In January of 2023, Amazon announced that they were laying off thousands of employees. And then again yesterday, March 20th, 2023, they announced that they're laying off 9,000 more workers. The CEO of Amazon, Jassy, I hope I said his name right, saying that their hiring, quote, made sense given what was happening in our businesses and the economy as a whole. However, given the uncertain economy in which we reside and the uncertainty that exists in the near future, we have chosen to be more streamlined with our costs and headcount, end quote. So my reading of that is do not be surprised if more layoffs come down the pipeline. So if you are an Amazon employee and you're anticipating being laid off, or you just want to have a backup, I'm here for you. I'm here to tell you one thing you can do to help cushion yourself now so that if, fingers crossed you don't, if you get laid off, you have a backup plan. Hey, I'm online teacher Allison, and I teach stay-at-home parents how to teach online so they can earn an income from home. And what's great about this is I have been doing this for 4 years as a stay-at-home mom, and I have earned an income. It is not a full-time income for me because I am a stay-at-home mom, but if you choose to do this, it can be a full-time income for you. And I do have a freebie for you, so stick around to the end because it's going to match you to the perfect place, all right? So I, as I said, am an online teacher, and you're probably wondering, how in the world can I teach online? I don't have any experience. Well, that's okay because you don't need it. A lot of companies, especially ESL platforms, don't require any experience, or they don't require a degree. And if they do require experience, a lot of times you can say, hey, I have a kid. I've had a kid for years. That is your experience. And you might be thinking, ESL, what is that? English as a second language. It's just an acronym. And another common question I get about this is, do I need to speak their language? No. I got my start teaching students in China how to speak English. I don't know how to speak a lick of Chinese. All I can say is hello, and that's because those students taught me. Now, while I was teaching ESL students in China, I did learn, I think I knew how to say goodbye at that point, but I've since forgotten. So you don't need to speak the language, whether it's Chinese or Spanish or Japanese or Korean, depending on where you're going. You don't need to, because what those families really, really want is they want their child to be fully immersed in the English learning process. It's called full immersion, if you want to get technical with it. And they're fully immersed. So you, as the English speaker, are speaking English to them, and you are using tons of props. And I actually go way into this in one of my videos. I've got it linked here for you. And I've also got live trainings where I teach you how to do these. I have even better strategies on how to get hired, and I found examples of me using them in classes, and it's just a great way for you to get hired, and I talk about it more in that video as well. So make sure you check it out because I'd love to see you there. So the caveat with online teaching is that there's a couple. One, you are an independent contractor, so taxes are not taken out of your paycheck. You have to take taxes out yourself and be ready for that when tax season comes. But on the plus side, it's March, right? We're going to have tax season. You have a long time to get ready for that. And also, it does take some time to get hired on. So this is great if you are maybe wanting that backup for the uncertainty that exists in the near future. I'm looking at the quote over here on my screen. If you want to be prepared for that uncertainty, I would not be surprised if more layoffs come. Then this is a great time to get started, because some platforms don't hire all the time. And it sounds really bad at the surface, but when you really think about it, they're only hiring online teachers when they need them. So when you get hired on eventually, there are bookings, there are students for you, because you are not trying to fight tooth and nail and claw your way through an algorithm as a brand new teacher when there's these established teachers who have been doing it forever and have this popular fan base of students. That's what you're trying to get to, and that's what I have confidence you will get to, because I got there. I didn't think I would ever get there and make this work for me, but I did. So if you're an Amazon employee just trying to give yourself a little cushion, I definitely recommend teaching online. Like I said, I started doing this 4 years ago. My son was almost a year old, and I was teaching at 4, 5, 6, 7 in the morning. And so when he was awake, That was it. We were ready to go for the day. I have since kind of evolved because he is now in preschool, so I can teach a lot more during the day. So my hours have changed. But at my core, I'm still an online teacher, and I think this would be great for you because it lets you stay home with kids if you want. It lets you get started while you're still an Amazon employee, and if you don't get laid off, well, then hey, you can stop teaching online. Or if you decide, hey, I like this more, I want to put more into it, then you can do that too. So I do normally cater to stay-at-home moms, but I do want to say stay-at-home dads, brothers, sisters, uncles, anybody in between, they're always welcome. Stay-at-home parent, stay-at-home caregiver, whatever you are welcome here because I truly believe that teaching online could be what you're looking for, and I'm ready to help. So when you're ready to go ahead and start teaching online, I do have a free platform for you. Well, I do have a free download for you. It'll match you to the best platform depending on if you have experience or not, if you want to create your own lessons or if you want to follow pre-made lessons, when you're available to teach. There's a lot of things that kind of go into picking the best platform for you, and I tried to streamline it as best I can. It's a free download. It's just a one-page PDF at onlineteacherallison.com/platform. Always make sure that you double check their requirements. Some of them require a background check, some of them don't. Some of them require a degree, some of them don't. Even if you don't have a degree, they might expect experience. So always cross-reference because there was no way I could compile all of that into the same list. I just kind of tried to give you a general direction of where to go. But like I said, I think ESL, English as a second language, will be the best first bet for you while you are kind of building this backup plan. And while you are looking to apply, some of the places I know for a fact that I have put on that flow chart are not currently hiring. Either they're not taking applications or they're taking them and you're not going to hear back. And that's not abnormal. So don't feel discouraged because Cambly is one of them that's on there. You'll hear about that. I talk about that a lot. When I applied for Cambly, my application sat there for a couple of months before they were ready for more teachers. And it doesn't mean they don't want you. It doesn't mean that you're not qualified. It just means that they have enough teachers for the students that they have enrolled. When the teachers fall off or they add more students, then they're going to pull from their application pool, and that's when you are going to hear from them. And I did just hear from someone the other day that they hadn't heard from Cambly in a while, but this is a great time to start putting your application in so that when the uncertainty that exists in the near future becomes the present and more layoffs potentially come down, you're hopefully through the system or pretty close to it. Another one I can think of is StarKid. They do require a degree. I know that off the top of my head. They're like the unicorn of the online ESL world, and they don't take applications. They don't hold on to it. So you have to check back with them more frequently. And last I checked a couple months ago, they were filled up. So there's a couple different ways to teach online. You can teach ESL where they create for you, or you can teach like an online teacher marketplace where you do more of the lesson planning. So I do think you'll be more comfortable in the ESL world if you don't have any experience lesson planning. But if you want to go for it, then go for it. I'm here for you, okay? I'm cheering for you, and I hope to see you in one of our live workshops soon. All right, let's chat soon. Bye.